Gillette Stadium. Ashland is the Super Bowl champion of Division 6 and the winner of the Aganis Trophy.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Walker Field at the Ashland Middle School as WACA-TV proudly presents Ashland Clockers boys soccer taking on the Bellingham Blackhawks.
Yeah, a couple teams getting a little bit of a slower start to the season. Bellingham with one win on the year, and Ashland only getting its second last 2 nights ago, actually, when you and I were on the call.
Very good, Chase. Yeah, the Blackhawks again coming in tonight at 1-6. Their most recent game a couple days ago, a 4-2 loss to the Midway Mustangs. Their lone win this season, 1-0, over Blackstone Millville. And as you mentioned, the Clockers coming in tonight at 2-4. Win just a couple nights ago against Medfield, a big 2-1 win for the Clockers.
Yeah, for sure. They got all their scoring in that first half, pretty early on in the first half, if I remember correctly. But their defense held steady for the rest of the game, and they were able to hold on for the win.
Okay, so the big news tonight is the return of Ty Geary.
Yep, missed the last 2 games from a red card, and they lost one, they won one. But you could tell that they were missing him, so we're going to see what kind of impact he can make tonight.
He'll be anchoring that back line. I can see starting off, he'll be flanked, it looks like, by Carlos Espino and Ethan Dentino.
Yeah, you can tell which one's him because he's about head and shoulders above everybody.
Okay, and of course that starts putting people back in the proper places where Coach Tiago Motto is expecting them to be at the beginning of the season. And he mentioned to me before the game they were going to be running a 4-4-2 alignment tonight, kind of doing a diamond alignment when they're out there on offense. So a couple things to look for tonight. Again, the return of Ty Geary and a change of in how they're aligned, how they're going to be playing at least offensively.
Bellingham just kicked it right out of bounds off the opening.
Okay, so Deaver throws in.
They didn't want to start with it. Back to Geary right away. Out to Dentino, looking for somewhere to go with it. Costa, up to Luis. And they turn it over. Bellingham's ball now, looking the opposite way. Little back and forth. Bellingham going down the far sideline, and Matt Silva takes it. Back to Geary. He's got nowhere to go with it. This goes back to David. It's the Clocker specialty right there.
Very interesting so far, Chase. I mean, it really looks like the Blackhawks are playing very tight defense, similar to what we saw last week.
Yeah, not 2 nights ago.
Oh, Monday night's game, in that loss.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 2 nights ago, Ashland I think they got a bit of a rest because we didn't see a lot of pressure from Medfield. They usually just had a lot of time to do what they wanted with the ball. Medfield just seemed hesitant to step up until probably, honestly, those last 5 minutes. Bellingham kicks it out again. That's going to be Ashland's throw on the far sideline. Deaver throws it in. Finds... Couldn't tell who that was. Ethan Dentino now on the near sideline. He's got some space. Gets it to Luis. To Costa. Had the through pass. Decides not to take it. More for a centering attempt. And Silva's got it inside the box. Bellingham just keeps it away.
Okay, so it's out of bounds over the goal line. Looked like it'd be a corner kick set up here for the Clockers.
Yeah, first one of the game. Sagat taking it. One of the only lefties on the team.
Oh, there's the header, and it's in for a goal. Clockers strike early. It looks like that's Ty Geary. Head and shoulders above with the header. So make it 1-0 Clockers at about the 37.5-minute mark of the first half. So drawing first blood early here tonight, Chase.
Yeah, we were talking about the kind of impact that we thought that he was going to make. And I mean, already that height coming into play. He's the tallest one on the field, and he showed how he can use that to his advantage right there. Header buries it in the back of the net, only like 2.5 minutes in, so.
So again, Ty Geary, fresh off a 2-game suspension, making his presence felt immediately here tonight as the Clockers take a 1-0 lead over the Blackhawks. Blackhawks with a break here.
Looks like he might have been a little bit offsides, but it was a little close to tell. Dentino gets it out of there. Now Costa pressuring Bellingham. Nice short passes from Ashland. Looking a little more spread out tonight so far. Don't want to jinx anything, though.
Sure. Well, again, I mean, with Ty Geary back in the lineup, that pushes people back into their original positions. They should be more comfortable where they're playing tonight versus where they've had to play the last 2 games.
Yep. Ashland going down more of the far sideline. Patrick Eza chasing after it. Tries to play a little bit more of a physical game. And it looks like that's going to be a Bellingham goal kick. It might have gone either way. But I think Eza definitely kicked it out there at the end.
I don't think that's what that goalie intended to do with the kick.
Yeah.
So momentarily a good opportunity for the Clockers. Now they're going to regain it. Louise with it. Cuts toward the middle.
Oh, he's just dribbling
Cuts
right
back
around
again.
everybody.
Looking for some help now. Ridden off.
And now Ashland is not spreading out as much.
Oh, it's tight quarters in there as Mateus got in there, but shot goes long side wide, out of play. So another goal kick here for Bellingham.
Yeah, let's see if he can do a little bit more of what he wanted to on this one. Ashland's D'ing up, but there are a couple of Bellingham players that are open if he just wants to hit the short pass. Goes for a longer one here. This one's going to land right about at midfield. Bellingham tried to push down the far sideline, couldn't control it, and it's clocker ball quickly with Deaver on the throw-in. Just goes backwards to Carlos, who goes backwards again. There's David. David's pass for Dentino can't be handled, and it's going to be Bellingham ball on about the 30-yard line on the near side.
Played nicely by the ball boy, one Mr. Logan Abrams, one of 2 members of the Ashland Youth Soccer Cobras, helping out tonight as ball boys, along with his teammate Anish. Clockers have it now. Louis going to work it up the near sideline. Puts his head up. Couldn't quite connect there with Costa, but it'll remain Clocker ball with the throw-in.
Yeah, he had the right idea, looking down the sideline, and the Bellingham player just got a foot on it.
Okay, smart defensive play there.
Looking to switch fields. Carlos near midfield. Now he goes to the opposite sideline. That's Deaver pushing it down that sideline.
That was interesting. I wasn't sure Deaver was going to be able to make that play and go down the sideline, but the defender had his back to the ball the whole way. He was really just watching Deaver instead of the ball.
And when, Deaver took advantage of that.
Right.
He made a nice double move and cut it up that sideline. Ty steps up nicely. Looking for Louise, who plays it off a hop.
What a great pass. It's on to Costa, and he's going to get called offsides.
What a pass.
Yeah.
You would have loved to see him convert one of those.
Almost the equivalent of a basketball no-look pass, right?
Yeah, it's
kind of a back-footed, behind-the-back kind of a pass.
Well, like reminiscent of Jason Williams, White Chocolate. but in soccer, of course.
Of course.
Dentino misplayed it, and now it looks like Bellingham is going down the near sideline.
That was interesting. I saw they were running with his hand up in the air. I thought he was going to be making an offsides call there, but he let the play continue. And now Bellingham will have the throw-in here on the near sideline.
Yeah.
Here's a long throw-in toward the net. Ty Geary.
Using that height again. We're about, like you said, about 8 minutes in. Haven't really seen, other than that Ashland corner kick, we haven't really seen either team penetrate the others.
Have any kind of sustained offensive opportunity. Yeah, good call.
They're staying pretty much between the 20s right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like Ashland's got this kind of opportunity.
Coach had mentioned that to me the other night, actually, that's where the Clockers' team strength is between the 30s, I believe he said.
Got it. Ty with already his 3rd header of the game. I might start keeping track of that stat. because we saw the Clockers as a team, you know, have a bit of a header frenzy 2 nights ago. And it looks like Ty is carrying that into this game.
Okay, so a little bit more of this give and go between the teams here as this pass gets knocked back to Ty, quickly over to Dentino.
Dribbles around a Bellingham player and
Dentino gets the call. Yep, there's the whistle. So while we have this brief timeout, I want to mention we've been informed that the class of 2024 is having a fundraiser right now at Murphy's. So, I mean, you don't walk away from the game. Bring it with you on the phone. But head over to Murphy's now. They're doing that from 4 to 8 this afternoon tonight. And food, drinks, ice cream are available. Mini golf for $5. All profits go to fund the sophomore class's prom and senior week activities. They're accepting donations, and they're selling class wristbands to all sophomores.
A little bit of opportunity for Ashland here. They're inside the zone. It looked like that was knocked out. Yep, it's going to be Ashland's ball. Another corner kick. Let's see if they can replicate the one from earlier.
Sure, why not run the same play?
Seemed to work last time. If only where that's...
I also want to mention to our viewing audience, if you do go over to Murphy's for that fundraiser, be sure to pick up some peanut butter and chocolate ice cream for me. Bring it on over here to the middle school. It would be greatly appreciated.
Peanut butter and chocolate ice cream for you and your announcing partner, of course, right?
And apparently my younger son as well. So 3 peanut butter and chocolate ice creams, really, if it's not too much. So that last play went out of bounds on the Clockers over the goal line. Blackhawks will be kicking here, the goal kick from their keeper. Nice long boot right by midfield. There's another header. Mark it down, Chase. So this one will go as a throw in here for the Clockers as we tick down just under 30 minutes to go here in the first half.
Well, I mean, there's a Bellingham header, and it's just going to be Ashland's throw in a little farther down the field, about the 25 now, on the opposite sideline. Looks like he's got Sagat, Patrick Eza in the mix as well. Little miscommunication, and Bellingham's got some momentum now. Don't have numbers, but they're around midfield. Dentino slows him down a little bit.
Yeah, was able to break that up with a heel.
Yeah.
Nice play. Centering pass to midfield, intercepted here by Deaver. He's going to take it right down, try to split the defense. Gets knocked aside, but regains control on the far sideline, going for the corner.
He's got the speed.
Tried the cross and had it blocked, so another corner kick opportunity here for the Clockers.
I'll take it.
Okay, while we wait for that set up, take the opportunity to thank tonight's sponsor, Marathon Deli. Longtime sponsor. Of course, they have a great variety of subs, specialty wraps, paninis, family pasta dinners, appetizers, and more. Of course, all their food is available for takeout, delivery, and catering.
No, we got to stop doing promotions right during the corner kicks. I mean, we just good save by the Bellingham goalie, and he's just going to punt it away. That's another header for Ty. That's 4 now.
Okay.
That one didn't even seem like he needed to head it. It was like near his knees, but it worked.
Just kicking and heading it right back and forth to each other. So ball staying right around midfield or in the Bellingham zone.
It's always good. If there's a zone that you want it to be in, it's probably in the Bellingham.
Sure.
Another Ashland miscommunication, but they regained possession. It's like Sagat looking for Eza. He gets out jumped for it. Oh. And that it's going to land out of bounds. It's going to be Ashland's ball.
It's very interesting. Ethan Dentino took kind of a cheap shot there as that ball went sailing out of bounds. I'm a little surprised there was no call or no side conversation from the umpire on that one.
I mean, he had a very smart play there, kind of a box out. Yeah, just trying to keep the Bellingham player away from getting to the ball before it went out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's a clean play. That's good strategy. And
except that the Bellingham player kind of shoved him to the side.
There was no kind of. I mean, that was a pretty good shove.
Yeah, that's one of those where you actually probably want to draw the foul.
Sure.
Maybe fall a little farther. Oh, looks like he had Louise, but may have jumped off sides just a little bit early.
I'll tell you, I mean, those are probably 2 of the better players on this team in terms of ball control and dribbling speed. And sooner or later, the 2 of them are going to connect, and it's going to be a thing of beauty.
Yeah. Who had the pass?
Sagat.
Yeah, makes sense. Honestly, I didn't. They've been 2 close calls for the 2 times that, one that Luis's that pass with the heel just split the defense. That was very, very close, and then that one obviously as well.
I mean, he's operating at a whole other level with passes like that.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Let's go back and forth, right? Yeah, you take it. No, you take it. No, you take it. Okay.
Yeah, as long as it stays out of the Ashland zone, which, you know, it has so far.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, overall, again, I mean, it's a 1-0 game. It's still relatively early, but I'd have to say so far, you know, Ashland has been doing a good job of dictating the pace, the tempo. They seem to be having more time in terms of time of possession.
Yeah, for sure. They've been good with those short passes, a couple of miscommunications, but none of them have led to anything that crucial. As it juggles it a little bit on that far sideline. Bellingham kicks it out of bounds. Well, rain's starting to come down for like the 6th time today in these little 10-minute spurts.
Okay, play continues here as we tick down under 26 minutes to go in the first half. Looked like it was Costa trying a quick shot there, see if he could catch the goalie napping, but he shot it far side wide. So another goal kick here for the Bellingham, for the Blackhawks. Okay, play continues here at midfield. Bellingham under control for a moment at least.
Makes a nice little cutback over that Ashland A.
He's got a man, but Ty Geary closes the gap. Able to pass it back to David.
Looks
Onto
like
the foot of Espino. Espino changes his mind, gives it back to David.
Yeah. He's got some time. He doesn't have to rush a pass here, but he can if he wants to.
Okay, has an open Dentino here. Does a nice job controlling that pass. Dentino looking
Yeah,
over to
Bellingham
Espino.
still a little afraid to step up, it looks like. Good control by Eza, who's now on the opposite side of the field as we've seen him so far this game. Luis has time and space. Oh, he was looking for Deaver, just interrupted by the Bellingham defense there.
And he put a little bend on that pass. Like he, again, completely intentional.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get what I believe our first subs of the day, and Coach Tiago wasting no time bringing in 4 fresh bodies.
Yep. One of the new ones, Ethan Tell, just came into the game. Just got thrown right away.
I see Andre Costa out there. I'm not sure if he's just come in or not.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was Kai or Andre who started the game.
Kai had.
Oh, okay.
But here's Ty. Espino was covered, so he's just going to punch it all the way back to David.
Oh, little header of a
To
pass.
Mateus,
yeah.
yep.
Noah Ramsey on offense.
Just into the game.
Yep.
Espino sending Noah Ramsey down the far sideline. He peels away. His teammate, is that it's not Costa. I can't quite make out the number from here.
Yeah,
Might be Demora. So throw in here from the corner.
Yeah, that did not miss a corner kick by much.
Headed out of the way and right onto a teammate's foot. Blackhawks play that one nicely, and they've got a break here on the far sideline.
Cuts back, finds a teammate, but he has some trouble controlling it.
A little surprised about that decision to pull it back. I mean, they had numbers, and it would have been smarter, I think, to be aggressive and try to drive down the field, catch the clocker shorthanded on defense. But all for naught here as the ball goes out of bounds right around midfield.
Yeah, I mean, as the phrase goes, he may have been seeing ghosts. You know, maybe he heard Ashland coming up behind him, thought he didn't have as much time as he realistically did. That would be my best guess, but it's Ashland's
Focus
ball.
on the field in front of you. Don't worry what's behind you.
Yeah.
Throw in here by the Blackhawks. Turned over. Noah Ramsey. Turned back over to the Blackhawks. They have numbers for a moment. Ty Geary just happy to just boot it off to the side. Ramsey tracks it down.
Yep, in the middle of the field. Now it's Bellingham's ball yet again. Once again, don't have numbers. Ashland seems to have the defensive advantage in every single one of these possessions for Bellingham. And just like that, it's taken away, and it's clocker ball again.
And back to score Dumov. One-time kick with backspin over the 50, over everybody. Ramsey with a nice header gets it, able to push it forward.
Surprised he got a head on that. He had to get up
Taken
for that,
away
yeah.
here. Opportunity for the Clockers if they can do it. Ball gets stripped away. Blackhawks come away with it.
Ty Geary being that last line of defense right now.
He kind of got away with one there. I mean, he kicked that kind of blindly, and he put it right on the foot of a Blackhawk player. Just fortunately for the Clockers, couldn't do anything with it. But here's a ball up ahead.
It's a nice header. It's Tyler Robinson, it looks like, down this near sideline. Makes a nice move. Cuts it to the outside.
He's got Tell behind him.
This is his strong side. He's a lefty. Along with the guy he just passed to, Sagat.
Too far for Kai Costa.
Looks like the Clockers are running 2 freshmen down on that far sideline. That's pretty cool to see. Noah Ramsey and Andre Costa.
Yeah, Ramsey's been getting a lot of minutes this season as a freshman.
Yeah.
Oh, nice sliding tackle. After the ball, he took down a player, so that one's going to go against the Clockers with a free kick here for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, it's a tough play. He was going after the ball. Player happened to be there.
If you're just joining us, the Clockers enjoying a 1-0 lead over the Bellingham Blackhawks. About 20 minutes to go in the first half. I'm Josh Abrams, joined by Chase Abrams. Glad to have you with us here on WACA-TV. Whether you're watching us on Facebook or on YouTube, glad to have you with us. Enjoying beautiful Thursday night action here at Walker Field. Clockers with the ball now as
Ethan Tell, yep. Goes for the center.
Couldn't quite connect it. He had Noah Ramsey. I don't think Noah expected that ball to get all the way to him.
Yeah, I was
He's trying to work around. He's got a shot if he wants it. Takes it.
Off the post.
Quick save. I wasn't sure if that was post or goalie, but one way or another, it's another corner kick here for the Clockers.
Yeah, in that opportunity, I think he was expecting Kai to get it, and that just sailed a little bit too high. He got up for it, but it was just over his head. Maybe mistimed it a little early.
Right. Well, I mean, it sailed over Kai and at least one defender.
Yeah.
So I think Ramsey was as surprised as anybody is that ball got to him.
Yeah.
So here's the corner.
Sagat as usual.
Little low and blocked easily by the Bellingham defense. Costa now with it. Tries to spin. Still with control. Shot on toward the goal. Header. Just wide and high. A great opportunity for the Clockers. Ethan Tell, it's, first time I've really seen him that close to scoring a goal in the games that we've done so far this season. But a great opportunity for the Clockers. Still 1-0 as we tick down under 19 minutes to go in the first half.
I had actually thought that he was the one that scored that first goal 2 nights ago. But that was one that we couldn't be sure, and I wasn't sure if it was him or not. Looks like that's just going to sail right out of bounds.
Okay, Clockers are able to intercept here. Back onto Ty. Over to Carlos. Carlos, a long pass intercepted there by Bellingham and knocked out of bounds. So a throw in on the far sideline for the Clockers.
Yeah, that pass is always tough to make. Going cross field, the Bellingham defender just got there, just barely in time, really.
Where that pass ended up seemed to be between 2 different Clocker players. Didn't really seem to really be going to either one of them.
Nearly connected on a big opportunity there between, I believe that was Ramsey and Sagat. Bellingham just gets in the way of that one too. Ashland's coming close to breaking some big plays off.
Sure. Seem to be solving that tight defense being put on by the Blackhawks. Much better, doing a much better job tonight than they did on Monday night.
Yep. Once again, the communication I feel like has gotten a lot better tonight as opposed to 2 nights ago. Their spacing has gotten a lot better. Maybe that's the result of the 4-2-2. Maybe they just weren't used to that scheme. But the 4-2-2 seems to be working really, really well tonight.
It's a 4-4-2.
4-4-2, sorry.
Ah, the new math.
What, addition?
10 players on the field. 4-2-2's not going to do it.
Yep.
No, Ramsey in a foot race.
That's not including the goalie.
Here's a shot. Through a maze of players and in for the goal. Looks like number 20, Andre Costa, is going to score that one. 2-0 Clockers at the 16:45 mark of the first half.
That looked like it went through about half of Ashland and Bellingham en route to the bottom left corner. Once again, the rain has been indecisive so far tonight. But hey, 14 minutes in. Clockers up 2-0. Goals from Andre Costa and Ty Geary. Off to a great start. Haven't really allowed Bellingham to get farther than the 10 so far, and even that was a while ago. So looking good so far. Ethan Tell goes back to Geary, who has Carlos if he needs him, and that's where he goes.
So Clockers have already scored as many goals in 24 minutes tonight as they did all game against Medfield. So up 2-0 here. Looking for a third. Leading just a little too far for Tyler Robinson, but a good thought. Blackhawks keeper boots it away. This one will not reach the 50. Good header by Ty.
That's 6. I want to start keeping a mental count. I'll just do that.
Sure. Ty calling offsides on Bellingham, but couldn't convince the ref.
David's got time. Just goes the same way. It looks like that's Carlos Espino on the far sideline.
Couldn't clear the zone and gets knocked all the way back. And Carlos just going to let this one cross the goal line for a goal kick for David. Just a reminder, folks, that first episode of Clocker Talk now available on YouTube. Rob Silver and I host a bi-weekly highlights and interview show, all Ashland High School sports. So check it out on YouTube. Feel free to drop us a line at clockertalk@WACA-TV.com if you'd like a certain topic or player, coach featured on the show. If you've got a future Clocker, just drop us a line. Again, it's clockertalk@WACA-TV.com.
It looked like Noah Ramsey just dropped a Bellingham defender near that far sideline.
So that pass/shot goes wide long side. It'll be a goal kick here for Bellingham.
All right, the Bellingham goal kick now. For the near sideline, that's Andre Costa playing up on it, over to his brother Kai. Ashland's struggling to spread out a little bit. Carlos over by midfield, trying to switch fields now. Ramsey on the far sideline, and that's intercepted by Bellingham, and Ashland takes it right back. Ramsey with time and space.
Gets the corner, centering pass, goes behind the net. So again, I mean, the Clockers really stepping on the gas at this point. I mean, we're seeing it. Carlos well over midfield to make that play, pinching in a little bit to help keep that ball down in the Bellingham zone.
Yeah, so had some nice opportunities just, in the last 5 or so minutes. Good penetration within that Bellingham zone.
Goal kick is low, intercepted momentarily by the Clockers. Handball is going to get called here on Ramsey. So the Blackhawks will have a free kick here, and they're playing it very quickly, already down the field. Handled by David. Thinks about rolling it over to Ty, thinks better of it. Trying to send Ty long. Here's the big boot, more of a line drive. Blocked by Bellingham.
That was a good play.
He kicked it right to him.
Yeah.
Ball's in a tight group there, but kicked away. Sagat cannot beat the first guy to him, but picked up here by
Ethan Tell, yep.
Centering attempt is headed away. Good hustle there by Matt Silva. Tell.
Bellingham is seems to be getting a foot on it on defense very consistently just on this drive so far.
I mean, they're just doing a really great job of filling the passing lanes.
Yeah, just getting in the way of it, yeah. Ashland's tried a few through passes, I should say, and Bellingham's gotten a foot on it every time.
Here's Mateus now, trying to split the D. Makes
and
it.
does easily, yeah.
Dishes off to Tell. Tell puts it toward the net. Can't find Ramsey cleanly. Looks like we got an offsides call on Ramsey. So another turnover. This one favors the Blackhawks. We're ticking down to about 11.5 to go here in the first half. Clockers up 2-0. Blackhawks to kick.
Tell mishandles it, and the Blackhawks are charging down the near sideline.
He's hustling back, though, to atone for his mistake. This one trickles out of bounds, going the Blackhawks' way. Throw in for the Blackhawks.
All right, Bellingham throwing. It doesn't look like they have anybody going down the line because there's not too much line left to work with. He just throws it towards the box, and Ashland gets it away. That throw-in wasn't really going towards any Bellingham players. Bellingham player makes a nice move on the near sideline, but the Clockers get the ball back. Sagat up to Matt Silva, who's got time and space. Ashland does not have the numbers, but that Silva cuts back. Now Sagat's got plenty of room. Ashton closer to the far sideline now as they switch fields. That pass comes up a little short, and Bellingham's got possession of it now. And just like that, the Clockers regain it. Once again, plenty of daylight for Matt Silva. Tried for the through pass, but the Bellingham player once again gets his foot on it.
He had Tyler Robinson, just couldn't find him with the ball.
Tell goes for the centering pass. Bellingham just deflects it back. Ashland still has possession. Carlos Espino up to Sagat.
Yeah, this is reminding me a little bit of a hockey power play. They just seem to have an extra guy out there right now. They keep finding the passes. Here's an opportunity right in front of the net, and just kicked up and over by a Blackhawk defender.
That's a
dangerous play.
risky way to get it out of there. Well, there are a lot of ways that could go wrong.
So both teams making some substitutions here as Tell goes off, along with Tyler Robinson.
Looks like both Ty and Luis standing by that corner.
Yeah, two of the co-captains.
Luis gets called for a trip there in that near side corner.
Got to hand to this ref, though. I mean, he's showing some hustle getting back to midfield.
It's impressive.
Yeah. Almost pulled a hamstring just watching him. Ball bounces over everybody until it gets to Ty Geary. Off a couple of feet and on to Oliver Wood.
Yeah, haven't seen him a ton tonight. I think he was playing in that position that Ty had been playing in, that back left interior defender.
So long boot, going to reach midfield. Ezza can't quite handle it. Travels further back to Espino, and he's just going to kick it all the way back to David, the goalie, keeper. And it looks like Carlos's cheering section is back here tonight. He'll be hearing from them every time he touches the ball the rest of the way. Yep. Silva looking for Costa, who seemed to break away from the ball there. I'm not sure.
I think he might have been shoved.
Okay, onto the foot of Silva, ridden off.
Oliver Wood takes it right back.
To Silva. Still have a little trouble handling it.
Still gets around that Bellingham player, though. No, Ramsey's got time.
He switched fields. This is the first time I've seen him on the left side tonight.
No, Ashland's just got plenty of, once again, daylight to work with.
All right. So Espino tracks that one down, throws it back in over to Ty. They're the two back on the 4-4-2 right now. Ty wisely dishes off to Espino and then spreads out onto the foot of Oliver Wood.
Nice cutback. Finds Silva. A little too strong for Silva.
I think Ty thought about really giving that one a boot and instead decided to just pull it in, control it. Now it's off to Max Deaver, who's back on after a bit of a break.
Once again, first time we're seeing him on this side.
Sagat, quick give and go. He's got some daylight. Here's the left shot, but right in on the goaltender. Makes the save. So again, 2-0 Clockers with about 6.5 to go here in the first half as the rain starts coming down a bit harder at Walker Field.
I haven't seen Ty take a big boot yet tonight. Still waiting on it, though.
Matt Silva pushes ahead to Ramsey in the corner, and he's going to get called for offsides.
Looks like he was purposely trying to stay on sides, but Bellingham pushed up at the last second to force him off.
Long clearing shot, pass, headed by Deaver. Silva with the ball now.
Goes off Mateus.
Mateus had something to say to him.
Yeah, Carlos over to David Eza, who's fighting for it now. It's a little more physical.
Are you covered or you want to be under?
I'm covered. It's all good. Yeah, rain's starting to come down a little harder now. It had been coming down in just short spurts all day, just kind of like annoying. But now it's really come to stay. David with a nice boot right to the feet of Silva, who controls it nicely. Oh,
just threw it in the middle of the field, and of course it did get booted away by the Bellingham defenders.
Yeah, keep trying to find the holes in the defense. It's a great offensive attack.
No, Ramsey breaks that one up nice. Oh, make that Oliver Wood. Breaks that up nicely. Eza back to Wood.
Yep, Max Deaver.
Deaver sends one. Can't get it past the defender, but onto the foot. Noah Ramsey. Noah passes to the middle. Left shot, left foot shot, wide short side.
Yep. Another shot for Ashland.
So about 4.5 to go now here in the first half. Clockers up 2-0. Both teams making some substitutions. And again, want to thank our sponsor tonight, Marathon Deli over at Union Street, Route 135 in Ashland. You can check out their menu and more at marathondeli.com.
Bellingham's goal kick goes down the near sideline, intercepted by, it looks like that's Lucas Demora.
And who's that handing the ball to Max Deaver? But ball boy Logan Abrams. Nice play by both of them.
Sagat gets it up to Deaver right here on the near side. He's got Ty, who's got plenty of time. Just kicks it off to Carlos. On the far sideline now. Is that, I think that's Luis, who finds Deaver. Once again, Ashland has another good opportunity. Both players fall down in that exchange.
No whistle.
And now there's a whistle. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's going to go against the Clockers. But under 3.5 to go here in the first half. Clockers up 2-0. Another ball goes off the back of the head. This time, Matt Silva, the recipient.
Once again, it seems like Bellingham has been a little bit afraid to step up on the Ashland players. And you'll see it here. Carlos seems to have plenty of time. Stepping up a little bit, but once again, it's pretty easy to kick it off there.
Okay, some really good short passes now by the Clockers. This one's broken up by Bellingham, and they're going to try and make something happen here on the far sideline. Given right back to the Clockers, and given right back to Bellingham.
A little bit of a back and forth game in between the 40s right now.
Mateus rides off a player and tries to avoid the call, but doesn't work.
That one could have gone either way. Bellingham's going to have it. Looks like right on that Ashland day. Looking for the deep ball. Ty steps up.
Oh, That was a little dangerous.
Bellingham's first shot of the game.
See that ball skipping a little bit. Wet ball, wet turf. Oh, yeah! Off a defender. Silva flying down the far sideline. Gets ridden off at the very end. And we've got a corner kick for the Clockers. So Clockers up 2-0 late here in the first half. So we're down inside 2 minutes. Lucas Demora in the corner there to take this one for the Clockers as Matt Silva jogs over as well. Clockers looking to build on that 2-0 lead. Long shot, bounces through everybody. Ty with a nice pass to Pinto.
And the kick is good.
So
First time we've seen a field goal tonight.
Yeah. So Chase, not sure if you had a chance to see, catch any of the highlights last night from the girls' volleyball game against the same Bellingham Blackhawks. Great night for the Clockers. Girls volleyball wins in straight sets, 3-0.
I did see that they won. I think it was the second set, 25-7. That's a great stat.
So yeah, good night for the Clockers there. Girls soccer won earlier this week, and of course the boys soccer over Medfield on Tuesday night. So I'm told, again, I'll have to check the details later. I'm told that golf won their match earlier this week, and they're having a terrific season.
I have heard that, yeah.
So we'll talk about all this and more on the next Clocker Talk here on WACA-TV.
Ashland passing it around pretty leisurely right now. Costa's got some space, looking for the centering pass.
They're bunched up again, but Demora has it now, trying to dig out of the corner. Long centering pass, but unable to put a foot on it. Now we have a whistle, and that's the half. So a terrific first half for the Clockers. They're up 2-0 over the Bellingham Blackhawks. Chase, I think we talked about it a little bit during the first half, but pretty much all Clockers here so far.
I mean, I don't really have anything to criticize. I mean, they seem to be doing pretty much everything right.
Well, instead of criticizing, how about you talk a little bit about the things they've done well?
A fair point. I was going to say, like, what they can. I guess criticize is a bit of a strong word. I was going to say I couldn't see too much that they could improve on. But, I mean, they've done pretty much everything well. They've had a lot of penetration. Maybe capitalizing on some more of those opportunities would be the only thing that I said. Defense, they haven't really. I think they've allowed it in the goalie box once, and that was about a minute ago. Even that was just a pretty easy save for David.
Okay, so I would say the big story tonight so far is the return of Ty Geary, making his presence felt early and often, scoring the first goal of the night on a big header, and anchoring the defense, back behind the lines. So we'll look for more of the same in the second half. For now, I'm Josh Abrams for Chase Abrams and all of us here at WACA-TV, saying we'll see you for second half action shortly here on WACA-TV.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli offers a full range of lunch and dinner items for dine-in or catering. Fine cold cuts, cheeses, and meats also available, in addition to specialty wraps such as the Mayflower wrap, as well as the Honey Bee wrap. They'll be sure to get your mouth watering. Serving Metro West for over 24 years, give them a call at 508-231-1859 or find them on the web at marathondeli.com.
And welcome back to second half action. Ashland Clockers Soccer hosting the Bellingham Blackhawks, brought to you tonight by Marathon Deli on Route 135 in Ashland. You can reach them at 508-231-1859 or on the web at marathondeli.com. I'm Josh Abrams, joined by Chase Abrams. And Chase, looking forward to some good second half action here.
Yeah, I don't think the 2-0 score really shows just how dominant the Clockers have been so far in this game. I mean, from what I've seen, I feel like that they've had really total control in this first half. I'm already looking down the field for, I believe that's Andre Costa. And just like that, they're in the Bellingham zone. There's Deaver.
A little bit of a misfire there.
Looks like it went off the wrong part of his foot, but Ashland regains possession. That's Louise down on this near sideline corner. They go all the way back to Carlos at about the 35. Deaver's got it and goes all the way back to Ty.
Yeah, that was an interesting strategy there.
Yep. And just like that, they switch fields. Once again, Ashland in total control right now. Bellingham doesn't really seem to be able to do anything about these short passes. that have been so precise for the Clockers.
Mateus now with the ball on the far sideline.
Just like that, there's a centering pass. Bellingham player gets a head on it, so Andre Costa can't make a play. Now Deaver, looks like he's got a center opportunity. Just gets out of there by Bellingham.
They're just putting all kinds of shots on net right now. You know, and it's all Clocker so far offensively so far. Any concern we had that they might take their foot off the gas, lay back a little bit, protect that 2-0 lead, all by the wayside here as they are aggressively playing offense here in the second half.
Yeah, you can never have too many insurance goals, right? You know, the more the better. It's my philosophy, at least, when it comes to soccer. Another centering attempt. Costa. Deaver can't get to it.
So goal kick here for the Blackhawks. They're down 2-0 early here in the second half. Deaver's able to break it up momentarily. Costa with it now. Back to Deaver. Trying to get out from being pinned on the sideline. Carlos boots it back to Ty.
Switch fields again, now they're in the middle. That's Mateus in that center circle. Going for the far sideline, he's got his man. Plenty of time, and they go back to Gary again. And he's back towards the middle of the field. They go all the way back to David. Now they're playing a nice concerted game.
Did you say concerted or conservative?
Conservative. Or at least that's what I meant to say, sorry.
The ball gets knocked out of bounds.
I think one of the Clockers was bodied there, so yeah, they're gonna call that on Bellingham, and it's gonna be, looks like that's Ty Geary's kick. On that like very close to the far sideline.
That's Ty Geary's entrance music. Comes the big boot, left-footed, headed for the net. A couple of guys tried to line up a header on that.
Luis has it on this near sideline. Nice footwork. He's got a shot. Blocked by Bellingham. And they just get it out of that zone and keep it in bounds.
Yeah, nice play by the goalie and the defense. Ty's jogging back to grab it. He'll kick it back to David. Again, the rain has started back up here, so we're expecting some slick conditions out on the field here, at least to begin the second half. As momentarily had a foot on it. Almost were able to lead Louise, but too far, and Bellingham's keeper grabs it. It's a short boot. Deaver heads it off of Costa's head.
They're just having fun with that now.
Sure. What's your header count at this point?
I was only doing it for Ty. I think he's at 6 right now.
Okay.
I couldn't keep track of all that.
Out of bounds here. Looks like it's Clocker ball. Deaver will be throwing in.
Deaver's got it on the near sideline. Finds Carlos a little farther away. Costa, closer to the middle of the field, goes to the far side now.
Is that Silva?
I think so, yeah. Finds Costa with a nice little through ball.
Putting it toward the net. Headed out of harm's way onto Deaver's foot for a moment, but taken away and kicked toward the near sideline.
Andre Costa playing some nice physical soccer on that Bellingham play.
Luis trying to cut the corner, puts it in front, and just misses, hitting Costa in stride. So great opportunity for the Clockers, but still holding that 2-0 lead as this one gets booted over midfield.
That's 7, yeah. Sorry, I was just waiting for it.
Sure.
We knew that was going to happen.
Costa getting it under control. Thwarted by the Blackhawks.
Well, Bellingham had possession of it for a short period of time, and just like that, Ashland's got it again. And it's Bellingham's ball. And now Costa takes it back.
Okay, back to tie. Going to switch fields here. Up ahead to Mateus, a little give and go. Silva now. Up ahead. And kicked away. Momentarily had Manhañez there. Eza now with it. Again, they're getting a little bunched up there on the far sideline.
Yeah, looking for the cross here, but they can't seem to get it past Bellingham. Just that front line.
This one trickles out of bounds against the Blackhawks, so another Clocker throw in and quickly getting it out on the field. Clockers. The cross centering pass attempt blocked aside by the Blackhawks. Good header there, but all for naught, out of bounds. Mateus here, feeding it down the far sideline. Silva streaking down. Centering pass attempt, blocked aside, but not out yet. Espino keeps it alive in the Bellingham zone. Costa here. Andre
Got some
Costa,
space.
just high and wide. That was not Costa, that was Sagat with a great opportunity there.
Yeah, that strong left foot of Sagat was just a little too strong on that play.
Okay, I think that's what we were seeing him do the other night against Medfield.
Yeah, but surprisingly, I think he actually had more shots. He got more shots off against Medfield than he has tonight.
I'm just talking in terms of missing high.
Yeah, well, no, I know what you were saying. I was just, as a whole.
Okay, so the rain seems to have abated, at least for the moment. Mostly cloudy skies here at Walker Field. Game time temperature 77 degrees. It's dropped down to just 75 now, but other than a little bit of rain here and there, it's been a good night for soccer, especially if you're a Clocker fan.
Just to clarify, these are not fluffy white clouds. These are dark gray clouds, and I was expecting a lot worse rainfall than we've gotten. We've been lucky.
So I think what I'm hearing you say is that they're not cirrus clouds, they're more cumulonimbus?
If you say so, man.
I weep for the future.
Yeah, well, I left that in 3rd grade weather class.
It might be time to have a chat with Mr. Adams about the curriculum at this school.
That sounded right. I mean,
Ball loose around midfield here.
yeah, Bellingham hasn't really gotten a real possession off.
Espino on his horse.
Caught
Rides a
up to him,
Bellingham
yeah.
player off of it.
Fans in the crowd are loving it.
Sure. He's a crowd favorite.
Yeah. It's Patrick Eza on the far sideline looking for the longer pass.
He didn't have anybody there. I think there was a little miscommunication with Manhañez.
Yeah, he might have been looking for Sagat.
Here's a boot over midfield. Espino back. Nice piece of control there, and Deaver just boots it right on back to Skorodumov.
I'll never understand how people are able to control it that easily. It was always something I was terrible at.
Sure.
Eza makes a nice play. Yeah. He's got Luis.
Was he onside?
Yeah, I guess
There's
so.
a shot right on. It's off the fingertips and in for the goal. 3-0 Clockers on a great shot by Luis Manhañez.
His first goal since his 18th birthday is a good one, and it puts him up 3-0 with about 31.5 left to go in this half.
Plenty of power on that shot. And again, I have to wonder if the elements had any effect there.
Yeah, that ball's got to be slippery for sure.
I think that keeper may have thought he had it lined up, but instead it bounces off his fingertips and into the net for the Clockers' 3rd goal of the night. They're up 3-0 here with plenty of time left in the second half.
Yeah, the power behind that shot is impressive.
Deaver stops that one. He races down the near sideline. Manhañez looking for more. Ball's pushed out of bounds by the Blackhawks. Deaver will throw in here for the Clockers. So we do have a couple of substitutions here.
No, I saw David Eza coming in for the first time, in this half at least.
quick reminder that a fundraiser for Ashland's sophomore class still happening over at Murphy's. We've got about a little over an hour 10 minutes or so left. That fundraiser runs till 8 o'clock tonight over at Murphy's on 135.
Yeah, I've heard it's a long line, so you might want to get there as soon as possible.
But it'll be worth it.
Yes.
So I think Noah Ramsey got over the handball there as the play continues. Clocker's trying to set something up here in the offensive zone.
That was right in the middle of all the Ashland and Bellingham players. Lucas DeMora got there first, but Bellingham came away with it.
Physical play by Carlos Espino, and we do get the whistle. It's going to go against the Clockers, but it does stop the play momentarily, which will allow the Clockers to get back on defense.
That is something I saw. I saw the Bellingham player running towards what looks like a pretty empty Ashland defense, but I didn't hear the whistle, so I was a little worried for a bit.
It's a long boot into a crowd. Interesting there. Yeah, I heard no whistle. Play seemed to continue as the Bellingham player just kind of gave up on that play. I think he thought he was going to get called off sides.
Maybe he heard the whistle from, maybe there's a whistle at the practice next door.
That ball almost skipped through. It would have hit Ethan, make that Matt Silva on the fly if it had gone through the defender. Big header by Ty.
That was great placement too, just over the head of, it looks like that's Sagat. Makes a nice move there.
That's Sagat to an open space there on the far sideline.
Is that Ethan Tell over there? Oh, Matt Silva makes two nice cuts.
Can't find an opening though as he runs all the way across the center of the field. Here's a shot toward the net and gathered in by the keeper. Big header by Ty. Drives it right back into the Bellingham zone. Sagat with a foot on it here. Pushing ahead to Menhanyas, and he gets called off sides. He had him beat, just a little too beat.
They keep breaking off these big plays that are just getting called back. It's another tough play. You're never going to have a happy play when you make an offsides call. Sure. Understandably, though.
Again, I mean, you gotta like the aggressiveness. I mean, they're up 3-0 here. Been dominating play, especially here in the second half. But going for 4. But here's Bellingham, probably their deepest penetration into the Ashland zone in the second half.
And they're still not in the goalie box.
And that one gets pushed out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick here for the Blackhawks.
Is this their first of the game?
Could be.
It's either 1 or 2 for them.
We all know Scrody's saving this. Might as well give him a full shot. How far are they? Jake, I'm getting impatient.
This is a very interesting alignment from Bellingham. They're all on this near side now running towards. David got bodied.
He's down. He's not. He is hurt. There was a big collision there in front of the net. We're going to get a timeout here. He seems to be shaken up. We'll take a look at that.
It got a little too physical. He stepped right in the middle. He made the right play, but Bellingham just...
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a play
hard.
he has to make. He has to go out there and aggressively protect his goal.
No.
So he is up. Getting a nice round of applause from the entire crowd. Looks like he's going to stay in. So Clocker's up here 3-0. With about 25 minutes to go here in the second half. So the two refs have gathered here. They're walking up toward midfield and having a conversation. We'll see what the call is here.
No one doesn't like you, Scrody.
See what the call is here. The refs seem to be discussing.
It's going to be a goal kick for the Clockers.
There he is. There he is.
See if he just goes for the long boot right there.
Sure.
All the way over the opposite 40.
Was that the intention, you think, of trying to knock that out of bounds?
I don't know.
Well, it's Clocker ball there.
Yeah, I mean,
going to get a throw in here. We are going to get some substitutions.
Is that freshman Tyler Robinson coming in on the near side?
Yeah, Tyler Robinson coming in. So I'd have to say, so far tonight, Clocker's on a roll, Chase. And speaking of rolls, you can get rolls, wraps, salads, and more at Marathon Deli, our sponsor tonight. We're located on Route 135 in Ashland. Want to thank them for, once again, feeding the tech crew as well as us, the announcers. Much appreciated. Always get a great meal there at Marathon Deli.
So happy you were able to come up with another good segue for that. Matt Silva makes a nice move, but he can't keep it in bounds.
I'd have to say the sophomore class making its presence known here in the stands tonight. Giving a big cheer anytime.
Sophomore Tyler Robinson. I called him a freshman earlier. That's my fault.
Long throw in by Bellingham, but Eza knocks it down. Oliver Wood gets a foot, almost a collision there.
Ooh.
Almost a head-to-head collision with Noah Ramsey. Now the ball's on the far side, looking to feed a centering pass, but the Bellingham keeper comes out aggressively to make the play. It's the right play for him to make there. So Clocker's still up 3-0 here in the second half. This is a short kick, not going to reach midfield. That header probably didn't go the way he wanted it to. Ez is going to track it down. Able to keep it just in bounds and then out off the foot of Matt Silva. So it'll be out of bounds here. Throw in for Bellingham.
Long throw in, but it goes right to Carlos. Maybe a little bit over his head. Yeah. Just going to go back to David. He gets it out of there quickly. Finds a wide open Clocker. It looks like that's Sagat.
Yep.
Comes right back to him.
I gotta tell you, that's a lot of confidence to be able to one-time that kick for David to do it that way.
And he does it effortlessly.
Yeah.
Consistently, too.
It is certainly not as easy as he makes it look.
I think I've only seen him make one mistake with one of those kinds of kicks, and that was in the last game that you and I announced, where he kicked it right at an opposing player, but he got the ball right back and he made up for it. So
he dodged one. He dodged one there. Yeah, absolutely. Shot toward the net. Silva with a shot. It's off a defender over the net. Looked like he may have been able to sneak that between the goalie, the keeper, and the crossbar, but it just sneaks up over top of the net.
Yep.
So again, that play started off innocently enough and suddenly became a high percentage opportunity.
Yeah, the ricochet got the goalie way out of position. I was thinking that maybe there was a shot that lands in the top of the net. But the corner kick here, opportunity.
Trying to get it turned, booted way out, and a throw in here for the Clockers. Silva hustling over to get this one in as quickly as possible.
Little fake.
Over to Eza, a little bend to it. He's got Ramsey, make Oliver Wood, sorry.
Gets it through the defender's legs. That's so
stopped on a dime.
Yep, finds
Mateus.
Yep.
Mateus drawing a double team.
Good ball handling, and he's just running around with it.
Yeah, just gonna eat a little clock. Okay, try to set up a new play here. Pushes it into the far corner. Gonna come back out with it, try to turn it.
Yep. Ashton's just dribbling around right now.
Perfectly patient, yeah, they're gonna wait for that perfect shot.
Let's see if Ty tries to score here.
Espino over to Eza. Little touch pass to Oliver Wood. Oof. The defender kicked one right into the face of one of his teammates for Bellingham. Oliver Wood can't quite keep that one in. It'll go off of him. Be Bellingham ball. So throw in, long throw in here by Bellingham. Ball trickles all the way back to Ty. We got to kick that all the way back to David. Again, just trying to eat a little clock here. Be conservative. Be smart about it. Up to Mateus, but off his foot. Exchanging turnovers at this point. Espino to Ty on the far sideline. Kicks it way ahead.
Oh, he's got a man.
That's Tyler Robinson. He's going to get a shot off? No.
Oh. He got the shot off, but just a bit too late. Great opportunity. Good play by Robinson. Just couldn't get it around that goalie.
Equally great play by the goalie to read it correctly and come out.
Oh.
As Eza puts a shot on goal that just sails wide past the diving goaltender.
David Eza missed the goal by about an inch there. I think the goalie just got a finger on it.
Looks that way. So corner kick here for the Clockers.
And he wanted that too. You could tell. It was a great
play here.
Oh,
another one
off the crossbar.
Yep. It's a long shot on net, but sails high and wide. So just a flurry of offensive activity here for the Clockers. Yeah. And while we have a moment to breathe, want to say hi to one of our younger viewers here on WACA-TV tonight. Want to say hi to Logan Marks, son, of course, of Ashland Athletic Director Stephen Marks, watching the game tonight here on WACA-TV. So, Stephen and I both have our Logans, and both big soccer fans.
Love to see it.
So, Logan Marks, hope to see you out here at Walker Field at a future game. Oh, and Logan, maybe you can talk your dad into running over to Murphy's for me and picking up some ice cream.
we already put our orders in earlier this game.
So back to the action at hand. The Clockers up 3-0 as we tick down toward the halfway point of the second half. Okay, it just feels like the Clockers have an extra player out there. They're kind of on a power play, but of course they're playing even strength. They've been very dominant, especially here in the second half, controlling the pace, keeping the ball down here for the most part in the Bellingham zone.
It's funny because I sometimes felt like that when they were on offense against Medfield last game, but I felt it was in their disadvantage. I felt that Medfield always seemed to have the numbers advantage whenever Ashland was in their zone, but I mean Ashland is controlling the pace so easily tonight. Once again, it just seems really easy for him. Well, the second header attempt works there for Carlos.
Pinto tries a fancy move. Okay, to Silva.
That's
Silva
a nice
go
move.
Through. Can't quite beat the defender, but he will get a throw in out of it. And
yeah.
Pinto throws right in.
Clocker's making some fancy plays.
Back up to Pinto. We're going to just move it across here. And back to Ty.
He's got a wide open. It looks like that's Noah Ramsey on the far side. Looks for Tyler Robinson, who tries to get the touch pass, but Bellingham gets in the way. And now Ty's got a nice move for him too.
Very nonchalant move, but effective.
Yeah.
They got to spread out more.
Yeah.
This ball goes off a defender. Carried momentarily. And a little bit of a body there. Tyler Robinson initiating some contact. This will be Bellingham ball.
That was a little bit of a clear foul. And kind of checked him.
Yeah, he's got a few words from the ref over that one. It'll be a free kick here for Bellingham.
Making fans doing it though.
A little bit of a danger here. Again, they're up 3-0. Some of the players got to worry might be playing a little bit to the crowd here tonight, but yeah. Ty breaks up that attempt. Here's Demora dishing off to Pinto. Crossing pass, too far, broken up with a header by Bellingham.
Ramsey gets all the way back there in a hurry and makes a nice pass
Great
too.
hustle. This one's broken up by Bellingham. Ramsey gets it over. Showing some skills. Gonna kick this one backwards, try to settle it down.
Ashland seems to be following a little bit of a pattern here where they kind of make some flashy plays deep in the Bellingham zone and then just kind of pass it right back and then do the whole thing again. I mean, Bellingham can't really do anything about it right now. Ashland dictating the pace and then going right back to David.
Yeah, as much as we were seeing that tight man-to-man coverage from Bellingham early on defense, we're not seeing it here. Ashland is pretty much being able to do whatever they want. They're getting the daylight, and they're getting the spacing. That pass was a misfire trying to find Noah Ramsey flying down the far side, but behind him and bending out of bounds.
Yeah, he undershot it a little bit. Ramsey was streaking down that far sideline, might have been able to make something out of it.
So the Clockers, you know, don't want to jinx them just yet, but well on the way to a 2-1 week, an unusual 3-game week for them, winning 2 nights ago, losing on Monday night.
Yeah, and you've been here for them all, along with the volleyball game. It's impressive.
Yeah, happy to be here, happy to call out for you. Here's an opportunity for Silva behind the defense.
Yeah, offsides.
And too far behind the defense. There's offsides call.
I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to jinx it or anything.
Right, no, you don't want to influence the ref from all the way back here.
Yeah, it was a nice touch, and I don't think Silva was expecting him to make that specific touch, and he just went with it.
So the one upside to a 3-game week for the soccer team this week, for the boys soccer team this week, Chase, is they were all home games.
Yes, we were at Walker Field, 3 times. 3 times this week. It was nice.
So the Clockers go out on the road. They'll be their next game is Tuesday night at Norton. A nice play there by Robinson, off his face, I think.
Oh, unlucky bad backspin there,
Here's
but it's a nice pass.
Shot! Score! That's a goal for the Clockers. Make it 4-0. Couldn't quite see which player that was, but he found the far corner. And the Clockers up 4-0 as we tick down toward about 12 minutes to go here in the second half.
I couldn't tell who that was. My initial thought was maybe Andre Costa. Just, I don't know, it looked like Costa. I'm not sure though. I don't know, but 4-0 Clockers now.
Play back underway here, and Bellingham's trying to force something down the near sideline. They're going to call that. Matt Silva not happy about it at all.
Yeah, it looks like he might have tripped on the grass there, and Silva was just in the general vicinity.
There was some contact.
Okay.
But, you know, I certainly think the Bellingham player helped his cause by hitting the ground.
Yeah, that probably influenced the whistle a little bit.
So free kick here for the Blackhawks. Getting late now here in the second half. Clockers up 4-0.
Be scared of 1-4. He's coming for you. 1-4, get in there. Don't try it.
There's a pass in on net, headed away. Matt Silva with under control momentarily. He's in a foot race. He's just trying to get it over midfield at this point.
Oh, that would have been a pretty move.
A little footwork with it. They weren't buying it. This is a nice play here, though.
And he's got Silva
flying
again.
down the near sideline in a foot race. Little
Defender
contact
won
on the
that
way
one.
out.
Yeah.
But it will be a throw in deep in the Bellingham zone for the Clockers.
Yeah, Silva didn't have the long legs. Didn't have the same long legs of the defender that one. Still looked like he might have won that for a little bit.
Costa with it under control in the corner, trying to come out with it, splits the defense. Working along the goal line, somehow keeps it in.
That was pretty close.
Shot in on goal, and wasn't a clean save, but it was a save by the Bellingham keeper.
It still goes down in the stat book.
Yeah, Lucas Demora on the shot there. Bellingham keeper boots it out around the 40, headed right back in by Pinto.
Silva, who's had an active last few minutes, finds Demora in the middle.
Tyler Robinson working his way through there. Demora trips over the ball, taken out of the play.
Looked like he had a couple opportunities to take a shot there, but didn't pull the trigger.
Where are you going? Yo, check us out on WACA.
All right, Ashland on the opposite side now. That pass, it's an errant pass for Carlos Espino, and he just gets it back.
Look at this hustle from the Bellingham player.
Is that Matt Kulaga now in goal? First time we've seen him tonight.
I didn't see that substitution. It's the first time I've seen him all season.
Yeah. Well, you know, him and David, they were the same color, so.
Right, but.
Same color hair, I believe, as well.
Kulaga sporting the big black 0 on the back of his jersey.
I've always wanted to be a number 0. I don't know why. It just seems like it's kind of cool. It's a nice move from Silva.
Silva trying to draw contact. Pinto with it, gets past his defender, getting it down the far sideline, but out of bounds. So we have a number 0 jersey at our house, Chase. Are you saying you were number 0? Is that Logan?
You know, I might have been 0 now that you say it. I think that might have been back when I was a goalie too. You know, I think I was number 0. That's true. I just remember being 25 and 8 I guess I was a number 0. Jeez. My fault.
1-5 is still my class president. Oh, yeah. Get that. Get that. Don't try.
Out of bounds there.
Good little box out play from Espino there. It's really heads up.
Yep.
It's funny to watch, too.
Okay, we're getting some more substitutions here. It looks like one of the Eza brothers is coming in. Tyler Robinson jogging off.
Yeah, it's Patrick Eza coming in for the first time in a while.
Demora jogs off. And is that Isaac Iris?
It
Number
looks like
18?
it might be, yeah.
Don't even try it. Don't try it.
Pinto up to Silva.
Nice pass to Eza.
Getting bunched up there a little bit with Costa.
It's a nice pass. Is that Luis in for the... Yep, it is. First time in a while. Finds Isaac. That looks like he might have curved that a little bit more than he intended to, but he gets it to a clocker player.
Long shot and high over the net. So still 4-0 for the Clockers. We're ticking down under 10 minutes to go in the game. Clockers with a corner kick opportunity.
Hey, 2 more geese overhead.
First corner in a while for the Clockers. They've got Ty in the box as usual. Carlos is the lone man back there.
Kai Casa just sprinted into position.
Ty with another header, and this one just barely saved by the Bellingham keeper.
That was a nice play by the keeper.
That was a nice pass on the corner, too.
Espino's the lone man back right now.
Yeah.
Ty comes-
Bellingham had numbers for a little bit. They could still take advantage of this, but Ashton's got 4 back there now.
Ty did a nice job of sprinting back into position.
Yeah.
This ball's still alive on the far sideline.
Looks like that's Max Deaver.
He gets ridden off.
Yeah, it looks like a slide tackle from Bellingham. Haven't seen too many of those at the high school level recently. Or at least too many of those cleanly.
So throw in for the Clockers.
I love you, 5!
Ashton player.
Yeah, I was a little worried there might have been an injury there, but he's okay.
Looks like it. Is that Louise?
I can't tell from here. It's going to be a throw in for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, I can't really see the numbers here. Once again, that font is not exactly made for TV. The white with a red border on blue isn't exactly the easiest to read, especially on the other side of the field under the lights. Still pretty cool looking
Defender
jerseys
whiffs
though.
on that one.
He's got Eza.
And Eza was offsides.
Another big opportunity from the Clockers there as they keep coming close.
Yeah! Let's go in these! Let's go in these! Yeah! What up, 1-5? Attention all players, 1-5 is a wall! Yeah, he is! No chance! No chance!
A little bit of a foot race there in front of the net, but
Pinto, yeah, makes the play.
thought there was going to be a collision there with Silva.
Yeah.
No chance!
That Bellingham player just dribbled through 2 Ashton defenders. Clockers get it back though, and now
Cleared out
Eza's
of
in
the
a
way.
foot race, and he's not going to lose too many of those, I can tell you that.
Okay, Bellingham satisfied to just knock it out of bounds.
You're looking sexy, 1-5.
Here's Isaac Ayers
Isaac!
getting some action for the first time tonight. The shot on goal, and it's saved by the Bellingham keeper. Another shot on goal in the second half. I think they've actually had more shots in the second half than they had in the first half. It's another header from Ty. And yes, I have still been keeping count.
Good, good.
Oh, he's looking for the through pass.
Offsides.
Ooh. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Ref definitely had a better view than me, but it was at least close from our view.
Sure. So, folks, again, want to thank you very much for watching tonight's game here on WACA-TV. With the football team, we're going to talk some programming notes here really quick. The football team on the road this week.
Yep.
Our next live broadcast will be Monday night as the girls volleyball team host Millis.
Am I on the call for that one?
Assuming that that the JV game gets done on time, tip-off should be 6:30. Chase, I do not have you on the call that night.
Okay.
So it should be Rob Silver and I announcing that one. We're excited to watch girls volleyball after their big win last night against Bellingham.
All right, now it's Pinto down this near sideline. He's been getting some action in this second half. Oh, Luis makes a nice move, tries to get around Bellingham, but he can't do it all on his own there. There's a bit of a scuffle, and now Ashland's got a shot.
Low percentage. He was so far down, he just didn't have the angle. The goalie keeper really all he had to do was just hug the post, makes the save. But another corner kick opportunity here for the Clockers, as it looks like we're going to get some more substitutions. I can't even keep track of all these players. But Pinto is among those jogging off.
Well, I mean, it's another corner kick, which means Ty's in the box again. I think he just came in. First time he'd come out all game.
I think I misread the substitutions. It's really just all of them going into the box. Espino, the only one back right now, as Pinto was the lone sub on that exchange. Goaltender makes the save, just blocking it out of the way. Clockers recover as a quick shot back on net, but wide to the short side.
He came so close to that goal earlier. I think he really wants one now. He could taste it.
Okay, so here comes some substitutions now. And again, with just one final thank you for tonight's sponsor, Marathon Deli, over on 135 in Ashland. You can check them out at marathondeli.com. Well, a little too high for Costa's header attempt. Clockers continue to push forward into the offensive zone, and there is a Clocker down right now.
They're not blowing the whistle, though. He's been down. Okay.
Now they've got it. So we're going to have an injury timeout here.
We can't see who's down right now.
So this is going to be serious enough. They are going to bring Coach Tiago as well as athletic trainer Amy Mendoza onto the field. Just to remind you folks, Clockers enjoying a 4-0 lead late here in the second half against Bellingham. Happy Thursday night to all of you, whether you're watching us on Facebook or on YouTube. And again, just another programming note reminding you to check out Clocker Talk, Ashland High School Sports' new sports highlight wrap-up interview show.
Yeah, I mean, a great first episode there with you and Rob running it. We're looking forward to episode number 2. Yeah.
Absolutely, and so we do want to take a moment here to thank our crew while we're waiting. Again, we can't do it without them.
Yeah, I mean, huge thank you to Connor, Justin, and Mackie. I mean, they're running everything behind the scenes right now, making this broadcast possible. We couldn't do it without them. So as always, thank you so much, guys. Looks like he's being carried off. It's not a good sign. I can't see who it is, though.
But great effort by Coach Tiago, hustling off. So this will be a free kick here for Bellingham. Ball's loose here on the Ashland zone on the near sideline, trying to find Oliver Wood. Mateus just boots that one out of bounds, but see which way they're going to call this. Oliver Wood thought it was Clocker ball, but in fact it belongs to the Blackhawks.
I thought it was Clocker ball too.
A big header there, deep in the zone by Mateus. Silva with it, trying to feed Oliver Wood
down that near sideline. Great Bellingham defender can fly.
Great hustle. Quick throw in here. Costa now. The cross. Nobody there but Bellingham. Ball's high up in the air. Still loose in front, but kicked out. Eza controls it. Quickly over to Mateus. Here's a feed.
Nice through ball.
I thought Sagat was going to get it. It was actually Eza who got the shot off. Ball's here at midfield. Another header by Ty. That one's going to sail toward the near sideline right by us at midfield.
Nice stop by Oliver Wood, but it goes right to a Bellingham player. Oliver Wood kicks it out of bounds.
Don't even try it, 2-7.
Okay, so we do have a substitution here. That's what's slowing us down here, but we're ready to go. Long throw in by Bellingham, working their way down the near sideline, but out of bounds. And Eza will inbound here. Can't quite connect with Silva. Make that Costa.
As a guy who's making
Here's
some nice
Sagat.
pass, yep. He's got a man going down that far sideline. I think that's
Off
Noah.
the defender's
Is that Noah
head.
Ramsey?
Could be.
Ethan Tell, maybe?
Yeah, I was reading that as a 7. I thought it might be Max Stever.
Looking good, number 3. Looking good.
So corner kick here for the Clockers very late now in the second half. Shot is low, still loose, but rolls out of bounds on the side of the net. It'll be another corner kick here for the Clockers.
Plays like that where the ball's loose just in the goalie box will really make you hold your breath when you're on defense.
14.
Couldn't quite get the shot off, but here's an opportunity. Oh, if he'd field that cleanly. Here's the shot,
Oh,
and it finds the
top
inside of
right
the
corner.
post.
Oh my goodness. Was that Isaac? I think it was.
So
What a
late
shot.
Goal, a late goal here by the Clockers. Make it 5-0 over the Bellingham Blackhawks. And we're back underway now, late here in the second half.
All right, well, now it's 5-0 Clockers, and this one, I don't think it has too much time left. So that goal in that top right corner, buried it in the back of the net. It looks like that's what's going to end this game. That's what's going to close it out. Bellingham goes for the deep one. Deep in Ashland zone, and they're nowhere near it.
Oh, yeah,
Yep, just taking his time. I think the punt might end it.
Showing off a little leg there, almost reaches midfield. Eza with it. Sending
Nice look for
Oliver Wood.
And he's wide open. Oh, offsides. There was no one on that side of the field. Just a tribute to how much ground he covered there. They spot the ball at the 25 for where he went offsides. I don't think he got the ball until about the 10.
Okay, Sagat now with it.
Yep, man on behind.
Costa.
Handles it easily.
A little too hot to handle for Eza. David Eza. Centering pass attempt. Only Bellingham players there, and that is the whistle. So your final tonight from Walker Field at the Ashland Middle School, it's your Ashland Clockers 5, Bellingham Blackhawks 0.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. 5-0, 2 in the first half, 3 in the second half. Dominant on both sides of the ball. And they got out of here with a pretty easy win. It was a fun game to watch. I don't know about you. I enjoyed this one.
So 5 different scores for the Clockers tonight,
I think
Chase?
so. I think we had I think Isaac, maybe Andre. I know Luis, Ty, and
one that we didn't see.
yeah, no, I think Andre was the one that we didn't see. There was
Okay.
another one, but yeah, we'll come up with it.
So a 5-0 final here from Walker Field. Next boys soccer game is on the road Tuesday against Norton, and WACA programming our next live event. Our live stream will be girls volleyball on Monday night here on WACA at 5:45.
5:45.
So again, it's just a dominant game for the Clockers. Really great way to end this 3-game week for them after a tough loss on Monday night, coming back with a nice 2-1 win over Midfield on Tuesday night, and now, of course, 5-0 against Bellingham tonight. As well as they played in the first half, even more dominant in the second half, Chase.
Yeah. Yeah, once again, like I said, dominant on both sides of the ball as you see him coming to talk to their fans. Great game. Fans are hype, players are hype. It's a good energy tonight.
So once again, your final tonight, Ashland 5, Bellingham 0. Thanks for watching here on WACA-TV. For Josh Abrams, actually I'll be Josh Abrams. For Chase
Yeah.
Abrams, I'm Josh Abrams saying have a great night and go Clockers.